So, Mayflor, you have been a midwife for over 10 years.
Yes.
Almost 14, I think.
95,
No,
2005, that is already 10 years? No,
6, 7, 8, so 13 years.
13 years, yes.
And your first experience was with home birth. here in
Home
the-
birth, yeah, by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it by myself. 3 home birth I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Do you prefer working in the clinic?
here? Yeah, I'm enjoying working here. Yeah, it's a big privilege for me, like, learning a lot. Learning a lot for birthing because, in an experience, because there's lots of birth here in the Mercy Maternity Center.
You're learning, but you're also a teacher.
Yeah, they said.
They say. And you're important to all the students.
Maybe.
And you don't know that.
I don't know that.
So just describe again, because people in the United States, the midwives who do home birth, of course everybody drives a car, so it's very easy to bring oxygen and a big bag with all kinds of equipment. Even a birth stool, often a midwife will carry with her. But here, of course, people don't.
We don't have that.
You don't have that. So you bring only a small bag with instruments.
Yeah, the birth set, the bulb suction, the gloves, and suture materials, and that's it, language. Yeah. Yeah, that's some medication, the vitamin K, Metrogen, and the Oxy.
And the family provides the linen, which
Yes.
is the same in the United States. So that is different. That's a big difference.
Yeah, big difference.
And
We don't have
especially no assistance.
no assistance. Because if the family calls you, if they know that you are a midwife, they're gonna call you at the house. So you just go run away there, bring your OB kit, and that's it, language siya. So you don't have an assistant.
Yeah.
So if you have, maybe some of the family members, you just
Put
teach
them to
them.
work.
Yeah, teach them. Teach them, okay, this is the next step, like that one.
But here you've been teaching foreign students, like foreign to you, American students and Canadian students for 8 years. 6 years? 8 years? What have we decided?
6.
6 years.
Yeah.
And it's probably not something you thought you would be doing when you were in school.
Yeah.
Is there something you like teaching, like suturing or just labor management?
I think I like everything, but I let the students to be not mature because especially during night time and it's hard to do suturing. So I hate to do suturing during night time because I want to sleep.
So you want the students to learn quickly then?
Yeah, so be sure that the patient will not tear, like during night time. But if there's an instances that the patient might tear, so I need to open my eyes and teach them to suture because it's hard to teach you at the middle of the night.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it's hard to teach, especially suturing. Yeah.
What do you think is the easiest thing?
The easiest to teach is how to handle a normal birth. That's the easiest way.
Yeah. When the baby falls out.
Yes.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's very easy, but
so we were talking about faith.
mm,
And when the patient has a lot of faith in the midwife and how important that is, and the midwife having faith in God and in maybe even the process of birth, that it will be normal most of the time.
yeah, the faith is very important here, especially here in the birth room. Faith for me is it's a big help for us, not only for the midwife but for the patient also. Like when they were on labor already, they're praying for that they will be delivered normally because they don't want to be transported. So that's their faith, they're praying for that one. So for me as a midwife also, I need to have that. I need to have that big faith also. If my patients have it, you know, so I need to show them the faith that I have also. So it's a challenge for me sometimes. I try to give up, but the patient have a strong faith that she can do it, and if she tell you that, Ati, I can do it, or I can do it. So it's a challenge for you that you need to help the patient also. So they have a faith on you, and especially a faith in God also. So why not to take that challenge, you know, the faith. Yeah, where is your faith? It's even in a small, you know, like even small faith, it will work.
It helps.
Yeah, it will. It helps. Big siya.
I forgot all my questions from before. What about midwifery do you like to talk about, or do you like at the end of the day to go home and not even think about midwifery? Just do your husband.
I'm talking it with my husband. Yeah, I'm talking it about the birth, you know, what we have at that week, you know. In my weeks, I have a hard birth, I have a good birth, I have an experience of this one. So I'm talking it to my husband after I...
Do you have a recent birth that you really enjoyed? Or like a favorite birth of all time?
all the births, I like all the births, but if there's a hard birth, I don't like it. Because I tell to myself, I don't want a hard birth, but you cannot tell, you know. Yeah, so sudden lang siya, there's a hard birth, and then you need to help the baby and the mom. So that's your pledge, you know. Yeah, that's your oath. Yeah, as a midwife, that you need to help the mom and the baby. So hard birth. So it's a challenge again. Hard birth. Yeah. So every birth I enjoyed a lot.
No one particular birth stands out as like, oh, that was such a great birth.
Such a great birth. That's a long time already. The birth that I have, that is very, very easy lang yun. Patient came in fully and she's G1, you know. And I don't even see that she's on labor because she keeps smiling on me. Like, oh, you're smiling at me. I think I will send you home because we are not like acting a labor. And she said, I have already a bloody show, like that. And go, that's normal. And then later on, when I did an IE and she was fully, and she pushed like 3 times lang, and that's a very good birth, fast birth. The baby is 3.2 kilogram. Yeah, and no tear. And it's first baby. Yeah, but that's very, happy for me because the baby is OP.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe she is having a high pain tolerance at bed number. That is, the bed 5 before is number 6 na siya. So she's OP. The baby is facing to her. Yeah, and fast din siya. Yeah, I like that one because in the OP, you know, if you can see the patient's OP position baby, like painful na sila, ha. Yeah, it's hard for them. But for her, I couldn't see that she's in labor. Maybe she's very having a high pain tolerance. Yeah.
So I think I heard that now the government here in the Philippines doesn't let midwives use methadone.
Yeah, that's the new rules and regulation, the code of midwifery, that we're not allowed to give already methadone because it can cause postpartum hypertension, the methadone. So just to prevent of more postpartum hypertension. Yeah, so they remove that one.
That's too bad. It's a useful medication.
Yes. Because we will we'll let the patient take 2 times a day.
Oh, really? That much? In pill form?
Yeah, in the Philippines. So that's very hard. Oh, yeah. So she needs to continue that one until the doctor told her to stop.
Okay.
She needs to have a checkup. I told them that if they are near in the health center, they can have the fetal heart rate monitor and fetal movement.
Right.
Yeah, can you give her a chart of fetal movement monitor?
Do we have to search it?
I don't know if we have still. but just try to look at in there lang.